And you can see this workbook has two sheets, one where we are looking at the sensitivities from an investor point of view, the sensitivities of the resulting MBS, and another one where we're looking at the underlying mortgages. On the sensitivities sheet, we can specify a prepayment speed. You can see we have done that here, 250 PSA. We use that, it carries over onto the mortgages sheet, which illustrates the cash flows of a 30-year level pay amortizing fixed rate MBS. And you can see the cash flows all the way out to month 360. And we've run these cash flows using a PSA speed, as already mentioned, of 250. It's carried over here. The sheet shows the equivalent in terms of CPP, conditional prepayment percentage, and also in terms of single monthly mortality. We also show here the monthly payment, scheduled principal, interest, total principal, servicing, and the mortgage cash flow. At the end of each month, you have a closing balance that is then carried forward to the following month. On the sensitivities sheet, we then analyze the MBS backed by those mortgages. We have treated the mortgage pool as being homogeneous, so all the same for the sake of simplicity. And you can see that what we've done here is we have then discounted the cash flows as a fixed income product, various levels of yield. You could think of this as being a starting out point of 8.5% yield, and then looking at what happens if yields go down 100, 200, 300, or up 100, 200, 300. And at those different yield levels, we have different prepayment speeds, as would be the case. These prepayment speeds have been taken from a generic analysis of prepayments at a certain time, given certain levels of yield for a generic pool. Now, we've then been able to calculate a price for each level, and that, in fact, we've plotted below. And the first thing to mention, you can see, is that this has, like with any fixed income security or fixed coupon security anyway, lower yields bring higher prices, higher yields bring lower prices. However, unlike a general or generic fixed income, fixed coupon security, this has negative convexity. You can see that while the slope is top left to bottom right, the curvature is different. It's the opposite to a normal fixed income security, and that's because of the shortening of average life, shown here at high prepayment speeds, which are brought about at in a low rate environment, and the extension of average life at low prepayment speeds, which come about in a high rate environment. This illustrates then quite clearly the negative convexity that you buy into as an MBS investor, certainly an MBS investor in fairly new, non-seasoned collateral. Thank you.